This is one of the best comedies I've ever seen. I'm talking streaming and the big screen. Chef is the uplifting and hilarious story of an elite Los Angeles chef who loses his job and his credibility. He decides to go to Miami and open up a food truck and ends up working on the relationship with his son. Now this sounds like a no-frills idea, but it's going to have you laughing all the way down to your heart and smiling for days when you're done watching it. Carl Casper is a master in the kitchen, and he is the main draw for a very prestigious Hollywood restaurant. His skills at preparing amazing dishes are matched only by his inability to connect with his son Percy. Well, a critic gives him a very insulting review, and Carl's lack of understanding of how Twitter works leads to a humiliating and very public feud, which then leads to a very public meltdown that costs him his job. His ex-wife suggests that he travel back to Miami with her and Percy to get some bonding time in. Back in his hometown, Carl decides he's going to go into the food truck business and get back to doing what he loves. With his son and his best friend Martin helping him, they decide to cook their way from Miami all the way back to LA. He may have finally found the thing that reignites the spark in what he loves and a way to bond with his son. I have watched a lot of films about a professional or an artist trying to redeem themselves over a past mistake, and films about a father trying to fix a strained relationship with their child. This one movie does both of these things with excellence, heart, and it remains funny at all times. Carl truly is a master in the kitchen. We get to see his skills, how he prepares the food, how he makes these meals, and it is mouth-watering. It does a great job translating his passion for food to us. I consider myself pretty handy behind the grill, and I wanted to learn a fraction of what this guy was showing me. Be warned, you need to eat before you watch this movie or have 9 Cuban sandwiches at the ready while you're watching it, because I was ravenous when I was finished because I didn't take any of that advice. The story of the main character seeking redemption for his big-time screw-up was interesting enough, but the film even adds a wonderful family element to it. I am a single man, I have no children, and I really enjoyed how they played the interaction off between Carl and Percy. There was nothing I had seen before, there were none of those tired cliches, and I wanted to see more of that storyline in this film. For all of its warm-hearted appeal and rich storytelling, this is definitely a comedy, and it is a great one. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. I feel that it gets its humor really from the characters because each one of them has their own different sense of humor. It's their interactions together that make this the wonderful comedic film that it is. I never felt a moment that was forced just to make a quick joke, and there's not one line of wasted dialogue. Director, writer, and star Jon Favreau assembled the right team to tell his story, and he shines both behind and in front of the camera. As Carl, he gives us that perfectionist who's still lovable, still funny, as he goes through a transformation where he has to step back so he can move forward. Favreau has spent much of his recent career behind the camera of such films as Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, playing a few bit parts here and there, but he really shows that deeper comedic talent he always had. John Leguizamo plays Martin, and finally, an actor I've always said is underutilized gets his time to shine and truly show how funny that he can be. This film is also packed with huge stars. Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Dustin Hoffman, Oliver Platt, Sofia Vergara, and so many more, and none of them pull focus. They just add their own hilarity, insanity, and excellence to an already rich meal. Chef is positively worth watching. All the acclaim that it has received is well-deserved, and I was surprised it hasn't won a lot of awards. When you need an infusion of positivity and laughter in your life, then watch Carl get back to cooking with his son by his side.